Do you ever wait for clarity or to precisely know how to do something before actually doing it? Or you can't do it perfectly, so you're just not ready to do it? Well, I think it's important for all of us to remember that perfect doesn't exist, and perfectionism isn't something that's aspirational. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Since waiting on perfect is an impossibility, it turns into a never-ending justification on why we never take steps towards our goals. I've actually used these following steps to help me realize my real estate successes and to actually make them happen. And so I really want to help you guys. And by following these steps, you can do the same. Now, just imagine a life where you're breaking past barriers and obstacles faster than ever before to get to that dream life you know you deserve. If you're in that circumstance where you're just stressed and feeling unfulfilled and not ever taking action, this video is for you. So it's so important just to remember that procrastination is a form of stress relief. Now, it's natural for all of us to procrastinate, and it's important to notice when that's happening. We've evolved over thousands, hundreds of thousands of years to procrastinate as a form of stress relief, to take stress off our brains. Now, you may experience doubt, fear, anxiety, especially in uncomfortable situations. For example, like with this video, I actually had some doubt of my own and some negative feelings just thinking about my hair. Believe it or not, I actually got a hair transplant in Turkey, which I'm going to make a specific video to that specific topic. But for this video, I wanted to tell you guys about it because I was thinking, oh man, what if they don't follow me? What if they don't like my videos? What if they notice my hair? All these negative feelings. And then I was like, wait a minute, these thoughts are bogus. These are not me. And so I said, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm filming this video regardless, and I'm making it happen. No excuses. Now, it's important to also realize that with procrastination being a habit, you can actually break it with science. And we're going to be talking about, again, the exact steps that I've followed to make things a reality, to make my dreams come true. So let's talk about the steps to kick procrastination. The first one being, obviously, is acknowledging the stress. So when it comes to understanding what procrastination is, you need to know when that's happening so you can understand when to take action. This next person is someone I follow online. Her name is Mel Robbins, and she does a method where she counts down from 5 to then sidestep and interrupt the habit of procrastination. So she'll literally count from 5. So it'd be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And whatever that next step is, just do it. So you just do that one thing, do it to the best of your ability by interrupting it. That bad habit, you're then stepping aside to gain the momentum, and you're doing that one thing for like 5 minutes. Just get in the momentum of doing it and letting go, just trusting, which leads to the next point, which is taking action. Do that one thing to the best of your ability and know you have to just do it. For example, with me and my real estate success, if you want to talk about that, like for example, I didn't know everything going into real estate. And so my intuition told me that, okay, the next step is learning, getting knowledge for real estate, what it is. And I did have a lot of negative feelings like, what if this doesn't work? What if I lose money? What if I get set behind? You just have to take the leap of faith. And now I wholeheartedly believe in manifesting and prayer, but one of the most important ingredients is action. Without action, nothing will happen. So if you want to be an amazing YouTuber or sports player and you're just sitting in your bed trying to manifest that without practicing the craft and making it happen, I can guarantee you it's just not going to happen without that important ingredient of action. Now, you need to also understand that when it comes to manifesting anything, it will work out. Just have faith, but also remember this quote from St. Augustine. Pray as though everything depends on God, and work as though everything depends on you. Know that every step of the way, you're not going to know. You're not going to know every single step. Just focus on that next one step. Because if you try to connect all the dots looking forward, I can promise you're most likely going to get overwhelmed. And so, just like Steve Jobs said, when you're connecting the dots looking backwards, it'll all make sense. When it comes to taking action and doing it, you may experience self-doubt and self-belief, either or. Now, they both take the same amount of energy, so why not focus on the positive and the more beneficial factor of self-belief? Might as well focus on that to help you achieve your dreams versus self-doubt, where you're in a negative space and just never accomplishing anything, getting depressed, feeling unfulfilled, and so on. It's also super important to understand that we all start out as beginners. So when I got into real estate, I didn't know everything about renting, leases, how to keep tenants, get good tenant, all this kind of information. It came as I took steps one by one. I did each step to the best of my ability, focused on that one thing, and then moved on. So a great analogy is building a brick wall, placing that brick to the best of your ability and doing it one by one. Before you know it, you have this big, strong, powerful wall, just like accomplishing your dreams. Now, when you're taking this first step, it could lead to failure. It could lead to something messy, but it can also lead to a success. Just know that you have to take that step, and either way, you're gonna either succeed and get closer to your goal, or you're gonna get closer to your goal. Because if you take a misstep or something gets messy, just remember that it's not a misstep, because it's just a step closer to your dreams and aspirations, bringing you closer to your goals. You know, it's teaching you something that you needed to learn to progress. You also have to give yourself that permission to fail. No, we're not perfect. Remember, perfectionism is not something to aspire to. The next step would be to be open to seeing it and receiving it, having faith that the universe will take care of it. Have that visualization, the vision that you want, and take steps towards it. You have to trust your intuition. So when you feel something is the right step, you feel good about it, take that step. Whatever feels good to you in that moment, do it. And don't be paralyzed by analysis paralysis. Again, no misstep or any step is a misstep, because you're either just learning or getting closer to that dream. Now, I believe the lesson that we need to learn will present itself time and time again until we learn, until we can progress to that next step. You just have to be willing to take action and be scared and just do it anyway. Now, again, kicking the habit of procrastination, it takes time. Remember that. Just know you're worthy, and even keep visual reminders around. Like, for example, this Superman, I keep this around to remind me of the vision and why I should keep proceeding. Like, this was actually from my dad, and I was going through some hard times, and even just keeping things around that remind you of why to keep going and to accomplish your dreams and visions, things that remind you of positive energy, positive moments, keep those in view. It's a great way to keep progressing. Now, also, when it comes to kicking this habit and creating a new, better habit, just remember, according to research, it takes at least 2 months to form a habit. So just keep at it and keep pruning away those old bad habits and creating better ones. Now, just remember, like I said in the beginning, you're not your thoughts. Those are not you. All those negative feelings that I was having, creating this video, again, it's all bogus. You can't let that stop you. You need to push past and just do it and follow these steps. And it's the same energy that created the universe created you. So just think about that for a second. You're a living, breathing miracle in motion. So just take the first steps, and I promise you, you're going to be that much closer to your dream life. I know you guys can do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and go.